What's up, y'all? This is Steffi.
Benzo. Nick.
And welcome to the Smoke Break podcast presented by Popcorn Films, the Spark One. Today we got amateur prospect Khalil Mitchell. How you feeling today, bro?
Feeling good, man. What's going on?
We coolin'.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First thing I want to talk about is the recent fight you had. I actually watching the rails recently. My good man, I was showing some of your reels you had. He was knocking niggas on the ground.
Yeah. Nah, so 2 weekends ago out in Delaware, WKA's, it's a kickboxing tournament. They host on the East Coast, it's a national tournament. So I competed in the Muay Thai bracket, had 3 fights. First fight, got the knockout in the first round. I think it was total like a minute, 30 seconds.
Okay.
So just, came out hot, riding on a lot of momentum from my training camp. I had a long training camp. It was like 16 weeks.
Okay.
It was just grinding hard. Also went through a lot of shit the last 16 weeks on a personal level too. So I had a lot of shit to get off and like let out. So it just all came out in the first fight, right? I mean, as people saw.
Letting all that steam out.
Yeah. Nah, literally came out hot, got to work. And, thankfully it went my way. Got my hand raised. He made it out of there all right too. You know what I mean? So.
Some of the knees you were throwing looked like you wanted to go through him, bro.
Yeah. Nah, man, you get, and especially, so that was the first one I hadn't fought. The last time I fought for my first fight of the weekend was in May. So it'd been like a year, more than a year.
Okay.
So coming out there with the adrenaline, I just went and then just got to going.
Yeah, knocking that rust off.
Yeah.
Bro,
for
you
sure.
look like you just got done with a tournament like last weekend in that video, bro.
Nah,
like
man,
you were ready to go.
The training camp had a lot of hard rounds. Was just putting the work in. So it definitely showed.
Do you like doing like a lot of live sparring for your training camps, or do you?
Yeah, for the most part, you gotta the point I'm at now, because I'm still amateur. I've only been in the game 5 years solid, full time now. So I gotta get my rounds in. I gotta get my work in, gotta get my experience in. Yeah. So usually like 3 to 5 times a week when you're like in camp, when I'm in camp, like the hard parts of camp.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to start fighting?
What made me want to start fighting, man? So I grew up being a fan of like combat sports. Just I'm not gonna say combat sports because really just boxing. You know what I mean? Like my family, like a Tyson fight, like Floyd fight. You know what I mean? That was like a gathering type event, type shit. Like you were watching it, like cooking food, stuff like that. So I always liked boxing. Yeah. And I just always had like just a feel forward to compete or do something. Just never did it. You know what I mean? Just never did it. I played basketball, football my whole life. So, but as I was saying earlier and shit, started wrestling in high school, and that got me into like watching UFC.
Okay.
And then after high school, didn't really do shit. When I was 24 though, got back into being like, maybe I should like try and like do the shit, but still didn't like have it in me to go and actually like try and attempt it. Just a huge fan of the shit. And then a gym opened up around my way. I started training and then, went from there.
Who were some of your favorite fighters?
So some of my favorite fighters of all time, Clay Guida, Robbie Lawler,
yes, sir.
Kimbo Slice, what I mean? That's like my OG top one, because he like came from like the Street Fighter route.
I used to watch all his Street Fighter
videos.
That shit was crazy.
He was like the first YouTube video I watched.
Was
it was like a Kimbo video. Me and my brothers like real live watching that shit on the computer. Like, yo, look at this shit. This dude knocking letting motherfuckers hitting. Had the dude's eyeball coming out and shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Rest in peace, Kimbo, bro. Right. I just wish
bullshit. Rest in peace, Kimbo, the GOAT, man.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he got a little bit better at like his groundwork and stuff, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Around the time when he was like coming in too, the sport was starting to like evolve. So it's starting to get harder in the sense that like people are getting good.
It's not just punching each other.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not just coming in there, you if you can put a motherfucker out, like you can have a run with this shit. But like he paved the way. You know what I mean? He made a lot of motherfuckers believers, man, cause Jorge Masvidal, him and Kimbo came from the same city. Jorge came up fighting on the streets under like the same underground fight clubs and shit Kimbo was fighting at and shit. So like, you know what I mean? But who's some more of my favorite fighters? I got a bunch, man. Like, and the shit be changing. It'll change too, cause like I can see a fighter's like highlight reel that like I knew about, but like haven't seen all his fights, and then like I'll watch it. Yeah, I go down that rabbit hole. I'll be like, yo, I fuck with this dude whole time. Like, man's just like that. Like whole time. What?
I like Matt Hughes, Iceman.
Yeah.
I even like Tito a little bit, but
those are all like I was saying, the OGs who like paved the way. You know what I mean? Like so
Mighty Mouse and all them.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse is like the goat of goats. Just on the, he's the one who really became like the complete like combat fighter type dude and took it to like the icy high level matrix like level. You know what I mean?
He did a suplex into an armbar mid.
Same with like
it's crazy.
GSP, just a little bit before like Mighty Mouse's time, but
Karate King, man.
Yeah, GSP was like the complete fucking dude. Hands, feet, to
Chuck
take
Liddell.
you down, maul you up.
That whole
Chuck
era
Liddell,
was like that, like deadly.
I just wish Chuck Liddell didn't like fight as long as he kept fighting, because he had so much brain damage.
Now I be seeing the clips, I'm like, damn, bro, like
It's bad.
yeah.
If you say like, because UFC obviously is the dream to go to it. Or what is what other one would you go to? What other corporation?
I mean,
UFC.
Any really that's paying the right dollar, you know what I mean? At that point, if if I definitely, I'm confident, I know I can go pro and fight, like work my way up through the pro ranks. You start out like low level pro, fighting for lower promotions, and then you would try in this area, get to like Shogun first is usually what fighters do, and then it's like Bellator, PFL, ONE. You know what I mean? There's like Glory Kickboxing. There's all type of things. Like I know for sure though I can go pro, but like the dream of the dream is like the highest level. You know what I mean? That's like every fighter's. Like that doesn't work out, but I know for sure like I can make a run. You know what I mean? Make a name for myself in this shit for sure. Yeah.
That's all you gotta have is belief in yourself, bro. You can do anything, especially in MMA.
That's a fact,
like
man. Belief is a good portion of the shit. You gotta believe to achieve. I posted that. I posted a reel on Instagram, and that was the caption, because it was just like, no bullshit, man. If you don't believe, you know what I mean, you're gonna give up through the process. Like that's the part, you know what I mean, that gets motherfuckers, because it's a lot. With fighting, it's a lot of work you can put in, man. You can fucking have the best fucking camp, train your ass off, feel like you're fucking that motherfucker. Like, yo, I'm about to go in and like fuck this dude up and like lose. You can get your ass whooped. You know what I mean? It's like,
I was scary ass.
Shit.
What's the hardest?
And then you're sitting there thinking about it and shit like that. So like, when you hear about people quitting and all that shit, I'm like, man, like that. Them thoughts are human thoughts, like they occur. So it's like, it's definitely the constant fight. But that's the beauty in it. You know what I mean? There's the beauty in fighting. It's like, but what were you about to say, bro?
What's the hardest L you ever taken?
Hardest
knocked out?
Nah, I've never been I've never been knocked out. I've been stunned. I fought a dude, Khalil Hyder from Crazy 88. Shout out Khalil Hyder. That was a good fight. That was my first L, and I was riding off a lot of like momentum. You know what I mean? Because I came off a win against another good opponent from a high level gym.
Okay.
So, going out there and losing was like, shit. And like he had in the third round, he caught me with a good combination. He caught me with like a cross and a kick, and like stunned me for a little bit. But you learn from every fight, win or lose. And like from that fight, I'm like, hey man, I'm a dog too. You know what I mean? Because like I got caught with that shit, but like I got back up and I stepped to the middle. You know what I mean? And at the end, I took my L like a man.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like grace of God, like that fucking shit didn't knock me out. You know what I mean? Or put me out. Because I've seen motherfuckers get caught with shit and go to the shadow realm. You know what I mean? And like their loss is like, because I lost regardless, but it's like the loss could have been way harder. You know what I mean? Could have went out that motherfucker waking up, what happened? Yeah, no, type real shit. Like, so
that will lower your
you live and you
confidence.
learn, and you gotta take from everything. You can't let the L's hold you down. You know what I mean?
No,
You can't let them hold you down.
100%.
You gotta take it on the chin like a man, and then it's like they say, the shit that don't kill you make you stronger. Because it also put a fire in me to be like, nah, fuck that. Like, you know what I mean? I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. Like, let's get back to the winning side. You know?
That's why I love MMA though, because you put all that aside. Like, okay, I might get knocked out, but I might not knock this guy out.
You got it. I mean,
everywhere, bro.
You gotta
just respect anyone that can get in that cage.
You gotta accept that. You know what I mean? Once you accept it, it gets easier to like, you know, like the nerves are always gonna be there. You might hear some people be like, I'm not nervous and shit like that, and it's like, I mean, you might try and like deny that and like fight that, but like deep down inside you are. That's okay. That's my bad. That's human nature. You know what I mean? That's human nature and all humans type shit. That's like.
So what do you specialize in? Like groundwork? Like
So I started out the first 2 years solid was like jiu-jitsu, grappling.
Okay.
So I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. And my first 2 fights, you know, I relied on my jiu-jitsu a lot, but like it worked. It helped me out.
It's the best.
You know what I mean? It helped me out. So the last 2 years I've been focusing on my striking, then competing in like striking competitions to get my hands and feet right.
Okay.
You know, but I'm about to get back to MMA too after I do this fight in November. That's gonna be in Muay Thai, another Muay Thai fight, and then I'm gonna get back to doing MMA. But for the most part right now, man, like I'm complete. You know what I mean? Like if the fight goes to the ground, like we could take it there. Like we can stand and bang, you know. If you watch my fights, like, you know what I mean, I get it in, like bell to bell, like round to round. You know what I mean? But like for the most part, I like to hit motherfuckers, grab them and slam them, and like maul them, Khabib type shit.
Like
you know what I mean? But like
shit.
my ego will like take it there sometimes, and like if someone like catches me with a shot, I'm like, motherfucker, I got hands too, like watch this, like type shit. You know, like. But
what's up?
Would you ever or have you done street beef?
I came up on street beefs, bro. That was my first time getting in a cage and fighting the motherfucker was at street beefs.
That's lit.
I broke my arm. I got a scar to this day.
Oh, shit.
I broke my arm. I went for a guillotine with the fucking arm, and fucking the motherfucker's head popped out. He took me down, and then he guillotined me. Like I didn't know that, like, that's what made me realize how crazy adrenaline is. Like, really. Because, like, I didn't know shit. I just remember, like, shit getting, like, blurry a little bit.
Did
like,
the bone come from the skin, or was that just from the
Nah, it didn't go through the skin, but, like, after it was, like, fucking, you could, like, move it. You could, like, move my arm. And, like, so this was back when street beefs was, like, crazy. Like the jump we went to was crazy, bro. It was cars. We pulled down a random field. We're out in, like, I thought it was West Virginia, like a 3-hour car ride. They sent the address the day of. We go down a long gravel road. It's cars parked everywhere, so we were blocked in. So like after my fight and shit, and I was like, fuck, my shit's fucked up and shit. You couldn't leave. You know what I mean? You don't know whose fucking car is whose. So like by the time I got down the road and got home to the ER and shit, I had so much adrenaline just from my arm being broke. I was able to like laugh and be like, what the fuck? Like, yo, I can just move my arm. And like it wasn't painful. Like I stand, I didn't. The first thing I said, like after getting up, was like, I can't feel my arm. And like it was like, what the fuck? And then the pain got like worse for the next 2 hours. And then after that, it was like gone because I was in so much pain. Like I was sitting there. But I also a couple of my homies were fighting too. So like I watched their fights. So that was, you know what I mean? That shit was like
holding that shit.
That shit was keeping me in there. Seeing someone, you know, anytime you see someone you know you love and you care about, you know, you train with. Like fight, like regardless, like your emotions gonna be in there.
Right,
like,
you want to see.
Regardless of the fuck you're gonna do, you get your ass beat. you know, with black eyes and shit. You'll be out there after, like, yo, my boy's fighting. You're gonna be watching them fight, like type shit.
Right.
But Street Beast, man.
Same.
Shout out Street Beast, bro. We fucks with it. I was just out there last year, towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I got some boxing work in.
Jaden was out there.
Yeah, Jaden was out there. We was in his corner, bro. Jaden won his fight. Shout out my man's Jaden, bro.
Yes, sir. If he wasn't fighting, let's say it was like a different universe. What do you think? If it wasn't fighting, what else do you think you'd be doing? I know at one point hit me for DJing. Like, you know.
Man, I don't know, bro. I've always wanted to be like so much shit on some real shit, bro. Yeah. Even like now, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know I can't fight forever. That's why I want to get it in like fucking now and like see what I can do and make my run for it like fucking now. But just the other day I was thinking about, I'm like, man, it would be cool to be a firefighter, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you can get paid for it, like type shit.
100%.
So
yeah, there's a lot of money out here. There's a lot of jobs, a lot of everything you can do, honestly.
But I always like working with my hands.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I was always into like designing shit or like seeing shit like Legos and shit. Like, so I guess you say like architecture type shit.
Oh yeah.
So building. So I don't know. I guess like a CEO of like a fucking architectural company or some shit like that. Yeah.
What weight are you at?
So I walk around like 150, 152. Mm-hmm. But like sometimes like cause I've got to the point to where I only eat like 1 or 2 times a day really. And then I'll grab like some snacks within the day and they're like healthy snacks. It's like a salami and like cheese stick from like Wawa or like a small salad or something like that. But even I don't do that a lot either. It's usually just like 2 meals, like one after I work out at like 12 or 1 p.m. Mm-hmm. And then when I get home after all my training and shit. But I fight at 135.
Okay.
My fights last the last competition I competed out in Delaware, the national tournament, was 132 was what you had to be. I weighed in at 130. So I came in a little bit because I was trying to come in at 132. That was the goal. But like, you know, 130 wasn't bad. I was still cut. I felt great. You know what I mean? I felt great. The cut's always gonna suck. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean for me. But like, like I said, I wrestled in high school, so like putting a hoodie on, putting sweats on, and like sweating and cutting weight is not the craziest thing. It just sucks. You know what I mean? And you gotta like accept that. Like it's gonna suck for like an hour or two. You know what I mean? Getting these last few pounds off. But if you do like your diet right, you know what I mean? You maintain right throughout your camp and shit. The final like 2 weeks, depending on when you start your cut. Usually people do it like the last week is their like weight cut week. But if you're a little bit heavier, it's probably like 2 weeks out. You know what I mean? You start like cracking down on it, putting the sauna suit on more, shit like that, getting in the sauna more, just maintaining more, eating less.
Yeah.
But it fucking. When I hit that scale, I was like, yo, I can't wait. I had like all my shit ready. I crushed the watermelon because like after you weigh in, you gotta wait to see the doctor and shit and get cleared. But like you can eat and drink at that point and rehydrate and all that shit. Yeah. So it's always like every time I tell myself like, oh, I'm gonna be straight, man. It's gonna be nothing but a thing. You know what I mean? Woo, and it's like. Oh, bro. Eat, bro. You start literally like feeling all the calories you've like blocked away and like cut back on. They all start to hit in that final stretch. Yeah. And this junk was, I'm used to like weighing in and replenishing, having a night to replenish, and fucking waking up the next day and fighting like probably like 6, 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? In the afternoon through the night. But since this was a tournament, you weighed in the day before, and then I had a bye the first day. So like I didn't fight until like 12 the next day, 12, 1, like 30 the next day, the same day. The next day after I weighed in. But like, you know what I mean? It was people out there. Thankfully, how I got the blessing, I got the bye. My first fight was a bye. So in my bracket, it was 13 people total. And people went out there though. Like the guy fought, he didn't have a bye. You know what I mean? My first fight, it was a dude who won a fight previously earlier in the day. So he like had to wake up early to fight, and then he fought, and then like an hour or two later, he fought me. So like, you know, that bye is a blessing. You know what I mean? It was a blessing, man. Like straight up, like you know what I mean? And just I took it, rode with that momentum. You know what I mean? Because then I was done for the day. Because technically I already had my 2 fights. Oh yeah. So I got back to the hotel at like 12.
Oh yeah.
Good. You know what I mean? Like and then didn't have to fight again till Sunday. So I could eat, have enough time to eat, and that shit digest. You know what I mean? Like I ate good. Like it was still like some healthy shit, but like you know what I mean? Like just the stress of like not like worrying about that shit. You know what I mean? And it was just way more time than I've had before to fucking replenish and like chill before a fight and shit.
It's more relaxing.
Yeah, way more relaxing, bro. Way more relaxing. And riding off of like a knockout. Like I came out and knocked the dude straight out. So it was like you said, good energy. Yeah. Right. I was like, I just gotta keep this good energy.
Hell yeah.
But I will say, like this shit, the second 2 fights, I didn't finish the dude. Like going back and seeing like the clips, like it was unanimous decision. Like I felt like after type shit. But like coming off my second fight, I thought the dude was going, you know what I mean, just go straight away when I start landing good shots, because that's how I went in the first jump. I was riding off that momentum. So when they didn't, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I had a moment of like, shit, like fuck, I'm tired, a little bit more tired. Like what the fuck? Why am I this tired? You know what I mean? But like locked in and like got to it. You know what I mean? Type shit. So it was good for the mental. It was good mental reps to have, because those are like moments. You know what I mean? Can't let shit throw you off. Just fighting 3 times in a weekend in general.
Nah,
you know what I mean? Like had a lot of moments I having to lock in. So. But at the end of the day, like I said, as a man, that's what I'm out there looking for. That's why I'm doing the shit, to compete, you know, challenge myself.
Yeah. How many rounds do you think you be going to gassed out?
So I'm gassed out.
You think you can go the whole entire fight? And then
Look at my fights, man. Go look at my highs, look at my reels, man. Like from bell to bell, like I go, I go, and that's just, you know, was in me too, you know, and I train like that too as well. You know, how I train, it's how I fight, how I spar, it's like how I fight. You know, I'm toning it and like making the adjustments too. You know what I mean? Getting the technical side too, because I am technical. You know, I can be technical, but like I enjoy the chaos. Like I can't lie. Like, you know what I mean? A little bit of a brawler, like in me at heart, you know. But that can get you caught against the right guy. You know what I mean? So it's all a challenge. It's all a challenge when you're out there. Like,
you ever had to go against a friend?
A friend?
Like, you know, someone you like, you know, you're like close to bond with type shit.
Not on a competition side of like a promotion, but like how I came up, you know what I mean? My main homies, like, you know what I mean? My main bro I came up with, we lived together for 5 years. So we were waking up every day, fucking going to war. My boy Rufio, shout out my boy Rufio, and he's fucking one of the top prospects around here. He's a dog, you know what I mean? Purple belt, 4-stripe purple belt MMA fighter. He just won WKs 2 kickboxing for his weight bracket. Okay. So we were going to war, you know what I mean? And like that was my man, because we worked together too. We did everything together. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, but like how I feel about when people be trying to like, you seeing like pros and shit, like doing that and shit, I'm like, I mean, it's one thing if y'all do it on some like, yo, let's get this bag type shit. But like, don't do it to let like people like tear y'all, bring y'all apart and like beef with each other type shit, and then like make it like personal type shit.
That's how the media's gonna be too.
Keep it like competitive on some like, you know, even if you want to keep it competitive, like let's see who's better on this fight shit. Like that's cool and all, Right. But like you be seeing a lot of like fans and casuals and like people and shit like trying to like low key push that or like want to see that type shit and like be like in the comments like, oh, he's scared of his bro or some shit like that. And I'm like, the whole time they go to war every day, they train together. Like they probably had fucking the best pay-per-view selling fights in the gym. Like
shit.
if you really want to see them fight that bad, go to one of their training camps.
Like shit.
They're gonna be trying to, you know what I mean, knock each other's heads off. They're gonna be getting it in. You know what I mean? That's how me and my bro came up.
Hell yeah. Have you been to a UFC fight?
A UFC fight? I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm not.
He might go to one.
Yeah, I'm going 320.
Okay.
Yeah. Should be fun.
I want to
Yeah,
go one
nah.
so bad, bro.
Me too. Man, it's crazy they doing the jump in DC, but I know tickets gonna be on. I'm gonna be like, tickets probably gonna be crazy.
Oh, the White House joint?
They
Yeah.
actually, I'm pretty
my
sure they
God,
actually
bro.
like that's actually a thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's gonna have a 4th of July next year.
I'm like, bro, I'm at best might try and get like a hotel around there and see from a balcony or some
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Nah, I
Like,
don't blame
and
you.
still have it, like, still watching it on the computer or some
Right.
shit.
That shit
Hey,
was
what the
crazy,
fuck?
bro.
Yeah, nah.
I feel like DC definitely needs to start bringing, like, of course they got the Capitol Arena.
Yeah,
for
nah.
stuff,
That's
like-
what I'm like. I don't know how they haven't, like, you know what I mean, done
Right.
it yet. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
You got John Cena, last fight's gonna be in DC for wrestling, WWE.
them tickets are crazy.
I was about to say, yeah, them tickets
Them
are
are
probably.
insane.
Yeah.
I never been to a wrestling match before.
I ain't watching
I've been
WWE. I
to
just
two.
saw those tickets.
You
I've been to two.
Bro, I don't want
I've
to
been to a pro. I went to a Shogun card back in the day before I was like even training and fighting and watching. It was sweet. It was lit and shit. So I could only imagine like a UFC jump. And then I've been pro Fury grappling. It's a promotion out in Pennsylvania. They have like a grappling and a fight card, and it's pretty lit. It's pretty lit. And seen some pros out there. Seen a bunch of pros out there that I've seen in the UFC and shit. And you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Yeah, shit. Yeah, I mean.
Bro, that's lit. The bare knuckle, you be fucking with them? That little, that should be crazy.
I do.
That should be crazy.
I do. I like bare knuckle, man. I really do. I wanna eventually on my like long term bucket list shit, or like main character like shit to do, like get like a belt in a bare knuckle promotion.
Oh, God, that shit was hurt.
Have your Mike Perry moment.
Dead ass though. Dead ass.
That's something painful.
Yeah, I used back, like I said, around the time when I was before, like right before I got into like training and shit. When I was on the super fan of like just combat sports, MMA and shit, I watched a documentary called Knuckle, and it was about like these Irish travelers who are bare knuckle fighters, and they like have a long family of like bare knuckle boxers, and like they get it in, like they fight for like large amounts of money, like on some straight bare knuckle shit. And I was like, yo, I watched that, John, and I was like, it would be dope to be a bare knuckle fighter, like on some real shit.
Yeah, for real. There gotta be some type of rules. to it,
That's real. Yeah, I mean, it's always gonna be a ref there. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be a ref there to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
You know, but in those promotions, like motherfuckers that coming to see, like, like
They gonna
blood
play.
drawn. You know what I mean? So like the ref, you know, allow a little bit like more to go on. Those are things you gotta like take into accommodation too.
Right.
And the fact that it's bare knuckle, you know what I mean? Too skinny,
The
too
injury
flesh.
is crazy.
Especially after, you be seeing motherfuckers' eyes, they should be shut. Like,
Women's
shut.
heads look like fucking watermelons. Bro. Like, it's
Yeah,
insane.
nah, bro. It'd be some crazy Jones. It's like, and then that's when you're like, that's the harsh side of fighting.
Yeah.
Cause like I'm like the recovery on that, like, you know what I mean?
Man, that shit gonna hurt, bro.
Yeah, like a motherfucker.
Fuck, yeah. I kind of miss like when World Star used to have the fighting in videos.
Yeah.
Like,
World
they
Star
had,
used
like,
to be,
they're like going PG.
Well, I was about to say, what happened to World Star, man? World Star
fell
used to
off.
have
They fell
all
all
the
crazy, bro.
yeah, all the
But
crazy.
nah, they used to have the Sharkeisha fight.
Yeah, Sharky. No.
Bro, that was so crazy.
No, Sharky. No bullshit.
They be going crazy.
World Star used to be. It was like a thing. Like I'm not trying to end up on World Star.
Nah, for
No
real.
bullshit.
Shit, that was the spot for everything, bro. Like, you know, the music and everything. You want it to blow up, bro. Go put your shit on World Star.
Facts.
But no, they had a clay. I think the dude who made the World Star website passed away. So then like
Damn.
other people took over and
Yeah. Fuck
you know how it
it.
goes, bro.
Yeah.
If it's not the original
Ain't the
person.
same. Yeah, it ain't the same. It ain't the same.
You have a dream fight?
A dream
You know,
fight.
if you get to the top of the top, you want to fight this person, you know. That
I wouldn't say a specific person, but definitely for a belt, man. Like in the UFC, like just to, I'd probably say 2 dream fights, just to make a UFC walkout. You know what I mean, with the crowd, and like then hear my name. Yeah, I mean, hear my fucking name, like when it's right before it's time, and to see like a UFC opponent standing across from me.
They'd be on TV,
yeah,
4K.
Yeah, to have that moment, like that's definitely a dream fight. Like regardless of who it is.
It probably is.
And then
like, you know,
for sure,
you gotta just keep
fighting,
bro. You know, and
fighting for the title, man.
Yeah, you be
becoming a UFC champ. That's the ultimate. You know, when you running after workout, like hands up, like that's what like I'm like envisioning type shit. Like it might sound corny, but like type shit. That's just how I be feeling. You know, I'm confident like in the work I put in.
No, for sure.
So for sure. And then you be watching these videos of these fighters like Sean O'Malley, motherfuckers like that. They be saying like the same shit. Like, I mean, I was just a motherfucker training hard, putting the work in, like getting my ass, but we whooping some ass. You know what I mean? Just kept kicking, like kept my head down, kept grinding. You know what I mean? Like you gotta believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Believe in your work, and then go out there and stand on it.
Yeah. Say with your chest.
That's the thing about fighting. So you gotta stand on it too. But like knowing like you putting yourself out there, that's what gets me to like train my ass off. Cause I'm like, what I'm gonna be, this motherfucker that's like saying all this shit, putting all this shit out here, and I ain't fucking putting in the work to actually fucking, you know what I mean, achieve that and get to that, you know?
Yeah. How do you feel about this Sean O'Malley? I guess what this hump that he's going through right now, man. I feel like bro was hitting crazy, and then
who his last fight?
Marab.
Yeah, Marab. His last 2 fights. Yeah, with Marab. I mean, he's still Sean O'Malley. You just gotta look at who he was fighting. Marab is the fucking machine, the Terminator, and like he's really like that motherfucker. He's a hard fight. Especially for a guy like O'Malley is like nice with it, man. He's that guy, and but Marab's that type of guy that's like shuts down that aura, like that aura fighter's like fuck all that shit. Like I'll grind you out, take you to deep waters, like you know what I mean. Like I ain't on all that flashy shit. Like I come from like struggle in my country, like you know what I mean. Like it's just a little different. It's a little different. You know what I mean? It's a little different. Like
different when you're born in like a war torn country.
In a war, country that's been in war since you've been like a fucking baby. Like what?
I'm rooting for Corey Sandhagen, but I don't think he can get it done against him at 320. Marab's just too fucking good.
Marab is a machine,
He's
bro.
too good, bro.
Gotta move on, bro.
His cardio is fucking crazy. Like
he does what he wants to.
He be shooting like 50 like double legs to fight, throwing like hella punches, just like. And he be getting caught with shit. He's got a head like on him. That motherfucker got a head and a chin, like so he can walk through like some shit and like still be in your face laughing and shit. Like it'd be a hard ass fight in the 5th fucking round. Like motherfuckers are both sweating and bleeding. He's like fucking laughing. The other dude's like locked in as fuck. You just looking at this shit like, yo, this motherfucker's trying to like get this dude out of here. He's just frustrated as shit. You can see it in the people's body language that Marab fights.
Bro laughing, scared. I ain't gonna lie. Are you still laughing?
Yeah. Nah,
shit crazy, bro.
Shit, but hey, that's like I said, like being in that moment, that adrenaline. You know what I mean? Like if you know how to like control, if you can control it, you know, that's the good sides of it. Like depending on the type of person you are. This thing about like fighting, it's gonna show like the type of person you are. You know what I mean? That's why they say styles make fights. Everybody got their style, you know what I mean, type shit.
No, for sure. You got any favorite female rappers? Female fighters?
Female fighters.
I feel like females be going crazy.
Ronda Rousey, like, cause she just came in and was like dumping bitches, just tossing them and like arm barring them and beating them up and shit. Fucking who else right now?
She just went downhill after that loss.
Holly
Holm. That head kick. Fucked her.
Amanda Nunes though, like that's I had to say female fighter, Amanda Nunes.
I like Rose.
Yeah, Rose the dog too.
Yeah, I see a lot of UFC fight. I don't say a lot, but some go to the WWE after they.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's more of a. They probably gonna get a better bag for real with You said WWE. Yeah. They gonna get a better bag with WWE.
See nowadays they probably. I mean, you see WWE everywhere nowadays.
Depending on like how popular they were in the UFC. Like the more popular they were in the UFC.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock Lesnar. I was about to say he came from WWE to the UFC, fought like 2 times and fought for the belt.
He got Dana White privilege.
Fought like 2 people, then fought for the heavyweight. Like not just any belt, like of all fighting. Like everyone knows, like the top belt is the heavyweight championship of the world. Like the fuck, they were like, yep.
The popularity.
Yeah, Dana was like, hell yeah. Yeah,
go ahead and do it,
rich.
Man.
I watched him fuck people up.
They said, I've been seeing all this shit about the fighter Mark Hunt, how he's like suing Dana and Brock Lesnar because apparently the UFC let him be on steroids when they fought. And shit. And there's like this big ass lawsuit. I'm like, I mean, he was the cash cow at the time, so like probably. Like,
I mean, plenty of others probably been on it too. So
and he had that bad neck injury too from wrestling. He laid out his neck wrong.
Man, Perk Engle's going crazy, so should let him breathe. Shoot, CM Punk tried to do UFC as well. See, like he made a U-turn.
Didn't he go back?
Yeah, he's back in there. He went back. I think he won like a belt in WWE.
He said, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
He said, "These are real punches."
At the highest level too, like you know what I mean. UFC is like, it's one thing to like, you know what I mean, be fighting. You know, don't get me wrong, like you putting the work in and you're fighting, like that's honorable as fuck.
Yeah.
But like the UFC, you're talking about the most elite motherfuckers training and doing this shit, and like people don't really like grasp that. You know, it's like
they're coming there to kill you.
Yeah.
They got no joke on them, bro. It'd be crazy. How many fights you try to do in a year, averaging wise?
Well, I always in the last 5 years I've always had a fight. Okay. But like one or the last 5 years it's been like 1 or 2, 3 at the most. But I try and compete like for promotion. This year I'm trying to get it in. I'm trying to get on the habit of like doing that more, fighting like 5 times a year type of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like start running with that.
Yeah, just keep pushing yourself. I mean, you're doing well now.
Yeah, but I get I'll do like, I'm thinking about doing like, I'll do smokers in between, like you said, mentioned earlier, street beefs. I'll go to street beefs to get fights, but they're not like, you know what I mean, on like the level of like I get a walkout, you know, there's a fight card and shit like that. You can go to street beefs, which they're like smoker fights, you know what I mean? Or you can they got some fights you put the 10, 12 ounces on and like really go out there and, you know what I mean, motherfucker get busted up, you get knocked out, like type shit. So like if you're trying to get it in, get some work in, like for sure a smoker's like good, but I don't consider them like fights, but they're still like a fight, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But
you just, so street beefs, so you just go there and you just fight.
They don't go on your record.
Okay. But like, why? Like, I can just go there, or you have to sign up, like, or go through like a process to be able to get.
So you gotta, not really. You gotta sign up, but you just gotta let them know, like when they post something, that like you're trying to go out there and fight and shit. And then you sign a waiver and everything, and then go through the process. When you get there, they weigh you, they match you up by weight. You know.
Just go from there.
Yeah, go from there. You can get like how many times you want to fight in a day, for real.
Damn.
There's always someone there to fight. That's the beauty of it. Like, you know what I mean? It's always someone there to fight.
Someone in the crowd waiting.
Yeah. Literally though, they'll ask. They'll be like, "Hey, I need a blah blah blah." Like a guy 150, 145, like doing boxing, doing MMA, kickboxing, like.
Yeah, that's lit. Yeah, that's lit. But yeah, bro, I feel like this was a nice little smoke break, man. You know,
for sure, bro.
Do you have like social media wise you want to shout out anything, you know?
Shout out my Instagram, Crash Bandicoot _369. And just give me a follow. You want to see any like fight clips? I'll be posting. Majority of my content goes on there. I got my TikTok, but it's like not up in like popping as I want. But if you go to my Instagram, you can get my TikTok link and stuff too. Everything gonna be like on my Instagram. But I'm trying to get on like putting out more content and shit like that. Cause I be like, if you be looking at my story, I just be put most of my shit like on my story. Like I just recently started like posting on my Instagram. So you know what I mean? Go to my Instagram. Hit me on Instagram.
Start pushing those reels for real, bro. I'll take this one little reel to pop off.
Yeah. Nah, that's what I'm trying to get on that, man. I be seeing these. You know, what fighters should be doing for content, type shit. And I'm like, what the fuck does this nigga be doing, bro? You know what I mean? He got all these fucking views and shit, and it's like a amateur dude, you know what I mean? He's got no hating shit, you know what I mean? But it's like, yo, what the fuck? He's just posting his clips, training, like these jumps popping, you know what I mean? Like, so try to get all that. Try to get all that.
Get yourself a little tripod and do like, you know, you getting ready to train. Getting your gloves on, you know. Shadow boxing.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing like a day in the life jump on TikTok. Like no bullshit. Cause I be like if I can't sleep or like I'm just laid up chilling, you know what I mean? That's what I be seeing. Like my algorithm with fighting and shit. It'd be like a bunch of like day in the life of like a pro fighter. Day in the life of an amateur fighter.
I think you should do it, bro. Cause Instagram, they give you a lot of marketing techniques too to push your stuff out there. So man, once you post a video, figure out the marketing techniques. Next thing you up. That's all it takes.
That's the plan, man. Yeah, that's the plan for sure.
But for sure. Like I said, nice little smoke break with Khalil Mitchell.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Thank you, bro.
Of course, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Other than that, we out.
We out.
Yes, sir.